Hello, it's Emma from Blue Sky Vitality here, and in this video I wanted to have a chat to you about setting goals. So for me, up until actually quite recently, I was really adverse to setting goals because back in my old corporate life, we'd get a sales target every month, and if you didn't reach your goal, you were kind of maybe a little bit shamed for it, and people were really disappointed. And so I've always felt like goals are something, if you set a target or set a goal, it's kind of setting yourself up for failure. But kind of recently I've realized unless you put yourself out there and say exactly what you want to achieve, you're really not going to achieve it. So it's really important to be quite clear with what you want to achieve in life. And of course that relates to both health and fitness goals, as well as other goals like just generally being happy and feeling great in the world. So in order to get those results, the things that you want in life, you need to set goals. And I think to set a goal that's meaningful and achievable, you need to really take stock of where you are right now and where so that you can decide where you want to be in the future. So I use a tool with all of my private clients called the Circle of Life. And I thought, why not take you through how I do this with my clients so that you can start to set yourself some meaningful goals and hopefully get some amazing results over the next few months. So this is quite an interactive thing. I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen and then come back and get ready to do this, okay? So if you've got your pen and paper, pause if you haven't, go and get it. Otherwise, we're going to get started, okay? So I'm just going to get my Circle of Life up here so I can see it. Now, first of all, what you need to do is draw a very big circle on your piece of paper. And so that's your Circle of Life, obviously. And then draw a line down the middle and a line across, and then 2 diagonal lines. So you end up with 8 lines altogether. And we are going to plot some different things on each of these 8 lines so that you can see where you are right now and where you want to make improvements in your life. Okay. So in the first little section, the first line at the top, write down next to that daily life. Then in the next one, spirituality. The next one is called joy. The next one's healthy eating. The next one's physical activity. Then we have inner strength. We have love. And we have self-care. So they're your 8 different segments that we're going to run through. Now what you need to do to sort of see where you are right now so that you can help you make goals for your results for the future, you need to decide how you feel about each of these things. So in terms of daily life, like your work, your finances, getting out of bed in the morning, if you're really satisfied and nothing could be better, you'd put a dot right on the outside of the circle. And if you're really unhappy and wish everything would change, you can put a dot on the inside of the circle, and obviously otherwise you put it anywhere in between, so if you're kind of happy halfway along or whatever it is. So for your daily life, are you really happy, are you really unhappy, or would you like something in between? So next we move on to spirituality. So you may have a religious practice or you may not. You may have a special place in the world that makes you feel really connected. You may not. You may believe in the universe, you may not. So just whatever your spiritual practice is, whether you're really satisfied with that, and you may have no spiritual practice, and that's fine if you're satisfied with that. Obviously really satisfied out the edge of the circle, really unsatisfied is in the middle of the circle. Okay, spirituality. And then joy. How much joy are you experiencing in your life? Are you satisfied with the levels of joy? Yes or no, or in between? And then moving through. So same thing for your healthy eating, same thing for physical activity, and then also inner strength, love, and self-care. Now love, that might be romantic love, that might be your family, that might be your pets if you're like me. So just how satisfied you are with that. And then also self-care is things like, are you making time for you? Are you getting 10 minutes alone in the morning, or do you get to go to the spa once a month, or are you saying no to things that you don't want to do? So whatever those words mean to you. And then once you've finished the whole circle, just plotting out, you just join all the circles, all the dots up, and you'll get your picture of your whole life. Is it really big and everything's great, or is there some jagged bits? Can you see where there's parts of your life that you need to work on? And usually those things will make themselves obvious. So the things that you really want to work on are the things that are in the middle of the circle. And that's how you decide on your goals. So you might have 2 things that you want to achieve in this month, in the next 4 weeks. You might have 2 or 3 things that you want to achieve in the next 3 to 6 months, and you might have 2 or 3 things you want to achieve within the year. So a lot of these things won't happen overnight. So maybe if you're not eating perfectly, then maybe your goal might be, in the first month, I want to plan all of my meals for the month, or something like that. So without this circle of life, you can't really plan and make changes, because you don't know, you're not taking stock of where you are right now. So I really recommend, if you want to set some goals and make some changes in your life and really get results, then start with this circle of life and start with taking stock of where you are right now. So good luck with it, and tell me in the comments section how you've gone, or if you've got any questions, and I would love to hear from you and what you think of the circle of life. Take care.